Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? I hope you will be fine. Today we will discuss remaining questions of chapter 4. Let's discuss the question number 9. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to describe the formation of cation and anions and explain the formation of ionic bond. Let's discuss the formation of cations. As you can see in this slide, the question is represent the formation of cations for the following metal atom using electron dot structure. As we have discussed the formation of cations in the previous lesson, now I will review the concept, but you will solve this question by yourself. So as if we discuss the electronic configuration of sodium, here is 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 6, 3s1. So if sodium lose one electron, it can attain 8 electron its valence shell. So sodium atom lose an electron and form a cation. Now let's discuss the formation of aluminium cation. If we draw the electron dot structure of aluminium, we can see that its first shell has 2 electrons, second 8 and third 3. And if its outermost shell contains 3 electrons. If aluminium lose these 3 electrons, it means its outermost shell will be the second shell, and the second shell contain 8 electrons. It means it achieve the stability. So aluminium lose these 3 electrons and achieve plus 3 charge on aluminium. So this is the aluminium cation formation. The remaining part B and C solved by you. The next question is describe the formation of anions for the following non-metal atoms. So as we have learned about the formation of anions in previous lesson, now I will review the concept, but the question will be solved by you, okay? But here we will take the example of chlorine. As we know that chlorine have 7 electrons in its outermost shell, and to attain stability, chlorine wants one more electron. So chlorine gain one more electron from a metal and attains this stability. So negative charge is again attained by the chlorine atom, so it is an anions. Okay, anions attains the negatively charged ions when an atom gain one or more electrons. So now chlorine is an anion. In similar way, you will form the anions of phosphorus, brominium and hydrogen atoms. If you draw the electron dot structure of chlorine atom, you can see that first orbit contain 2 electrons, second orbit contain 8 electrons, and the third orbit contain 7 electrons, and the total number of electrons are 17. So it means that chlorine wants 1 electrons to attain the octet rule. So chlorine atom attains again 1 electron from a metal and attain the stability or octet. As you can see the diagram, the gain electron is shown by the cross. So in similar way you will solve the question number 10 and form the anions by following this method. The next question is, for each of the following pair of atoms, use electron dot and cross structure to write the equation for the formation of ionic compound. As we have discussed the formation of ionic bond in previous lesson, now we will again review the concept and the question will be solved by you. Now we will take the example of formation of sodium chloride. As you know that ionic bond is a bond which is formed between metal and non-metal. Here sodium is a metal and chlorine is non-metal. And as you know that sodium has 1 electron in the outermost shell and chlorine has 7 electron in the outermost shell. As we have discussed the formation of sodium and chlorine in previous slides, we know that if sodium lose 1 electron, it attains 8 electron in valence shell, and if chlorine attains this chlorine gain 1 electron, it's form anion or attain octet rule. So in this slide you can see that after losing one electron from sodium, sodium attains positive charge and it is cation. And if we talk about chlorine, chlorine after gaining electron attains negative charge. Opposite charge attract each other, so sodium and chlorines form bond by the force of attraction, electrostatic force of attraction, form a bond which is called ionic bond. Now the next question is, an atom of an element has atomic number 9 and the mass number 19. Find out the proton and neutron in the nucleus and tell the number of electrons in this atom and show the electron cross dot diagram. Okay. Firstly discuss the first statement. State the number of proton and neutron. As we know that the atomic number is always, or electron number or atomic number always equal to the number of proton and always equal to the number of electron in the atom. As atomic number is 9, it's mean the number of proton are same, so there are the number of proton will be 9. And if we talk about the neutron, we know that mass number is equal to the number of proton plus number of neutron, and here the mass number is 19. So if the number of proton is 9, it means the number of neutron must be 10. So if we talk about the second statement, what is the number of electron, and we know that number of electron is equal to the atomic number, and here the atomic number is 9. Atomic number, number of electron and number of proton are always equal. And the next statement is show the electron dot structure, and we have discussed the formation of electron dot structure. Now you can easily draw the electron dot structure for this element. So this is all for today's lesson. For question number 15 and 16, you will look page number 74 and 75 and try to practice these questions at home. Thank you. Take care of yourself. Stay home, stay safe.